I got that. I got a recording of me saying I'm pumped now. Very exciting.
You sure are.
Yeah.
Pumped full of bruises. In 5, 4,
He told
3.
me he loved me.
I didn't say bruises. I said bruises.
We could actually use this as our own domestic abuse sort of thing.
I'm not playing Ray Rice in this.
I didn't. Yeah, you're not really right. Actually, it was a steel barrier at the what do we call it, on the Dodder that did this to me.
That'll do it.
It was asking for it.
Yeah. Well, you don't return. You don't write. You don't call. Right. So let's go. In 5, 4. Hi everyone and welcome back to Projectotron, the prediction site with a difference. Today we're looking at the Premier League match on Sunday at 1:30 between Man United and Liverpool. This is Old Trafford and it is the first United-Liverpool game of the Van Gaal reign. Rory, how do you see this going?
Second game of the Van Gaal reign, because they already met in America earlier in pre-season in a competition that nobody cared about except the team that won it, of course. But nobody.
Whoever that was.
Well, it's interesting because the last 6 times these teams have met, you've not had the same winner 2 games in a row. It's been United, Liverpool, United, Liverpool, United, Liverpool. And what's happened then is we've come to this point where nobody's really sure what's going on. In that United, who kind of have a reputation as a team that's not really gelled and worked so well this season, but they're in 3rd in the Premier League now, and they're the only team in the league on a 5-game winning streak. They look really, really solid, and now they're winning bad games now. We saw against Southampton, they were terrible. Van Persie was awful. He didn't do anything all game apart from score twice, which is a pretty handy thing.
Yeah, 3 touches, 3 shots, 2 goals.
Yeah, it's pretty efficient. And then you have Liverpool, who are really, really all at sea this year. They've had a really rude awakening, getting knocked out of the Champions League by not even being able to finish off Bâle, who are a decent team, but it's a team that Liverpool should have gotten more points against in the Champions League to progress through, which I think might actually end up being a blessing in disguise for Liverpool, because now they don't have the distraction of Europe. They can have one singular focus.
Will they not get the distraction of the Europa League?
Well, I don't think you're going to see all the starters in the Europa League. I don't think Liverpool are capable of winning it this year. I think Brendan Rodgers is probably canny enough to know that. He'll start the young players, give them a push in the right direction, and that'll be good for the team in the long run. I don't think he's going to try his level best to win it this year, but getting into the Champions League is much more important, and that's why I think they're going to win this weekend. I think you're going to see Liverpool get really riled up because of this disaster. Getting knocked out of the Champions League after 5 years absence, and they were handed an easy enough group. They could have done well in that group, and they did not. And they're gonna show some reprisal this weekend. Manchester United, they haven't been playing well. They've been getting results, but they haven't been playing well. I think that might come back to beat them. And the last time these two teams met, Manchester United won, so that obviously means Liverpool have this time. Yeah, clearly.
I mean, if sequences prove anything,
I do see this being a Liverpool win. I don't see it being an entertaining match. There's gonna in the style of entertaining football, I think you're going to see a lot of controversy. It's going to be niggly, probably a red card, hopefully a controversial decision by the referee to allow Liverpool to win the game. Maybe a dodgy dive by Gerrard in the 94th minute to get a penalty, that sort of thing.
So if you're picking a player to get sent off, who are you picking?
Gotta be one of United's defenders, whoever's fit this week. So is Blackett back? I think
Blackett will be available, whether he's back or not.
Rojo hasn't had a red card yet, so let's go for him.
That's fair enough. The problem for Liverpool is that they can't defend, and that wouldn't be a problem if they could attack. Whereas United can do one of the two. United can attack, but not defend. Liverpool can neither attack nor defend. So it'll be really interesting to see these two terrible defences go against the opposing attacks. Now, I don't think either team are actually, frankly, good enough to even warrant a top 4 place. This is going to be a long season for both sides, and Liverpool desperately needs someone to score goals, and you can't rely on Gerrard knocking in 30-yarders every single game. So I think United are going to win just by virtue of the fact that they are not as bad as Liverpool in one of the two areas. So Given that, I think United win it. I'd say United win it 2-0. I'd say Rooney will score because Rooney loves a good Merseyside derby goal. And I'd say, given current form, you'd have to fancy Van Persie maybe to add on to it. Liverpool are going to be a shambles in defence. They're going to concede set pieces. They're going to concede goals. And it's going to be an embarrassment for the boys from Merseyside.
The team in red will be embarrassed. One team in red.
One team who often plays in red will be embarrassed.
Certainly.
There we go. Now, Rory, what about Projectotron?
Projectotron reckons that both teams in red will be embarrassed. This is going to be a 0-0. Liverpool having 2 shots on target that are saved by De Gea, never really threatening. United having no shots on or off target. Sounds terrible. Really, really awful. In fact, the highlights are going to stop here. 0-0. I'm going to cut that in.
Okay, so there you have our predictions. I'm going with a Man United 2-0 win. Rory is going with a Liverpool win by
1-0. 1-0 controversial, awful goal.
And Projectotron is splitting the difference with a boring 0-0 draw. Don't forget to check out our NFL Projectotron that's going to be on later today, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, go to football.